files would work. Yeah. What's up? Good morning on this fine Monday morning. Welcome to the BS with Hannas podcast / YouTube channel. Good morning with Hannas. I am Hannas. I am the host, Nikki Hannas. That is me. My alter ego, alias, pseudonym, etc. You can find my music. That was a little bit of my music right there. You can find it at nickybhannas.com, nickybhannas.bandcamp.com, Nikki B. Hannas on all streaming services. You can find this little morning show on YouTube, BS with Hannas, or on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. What's up? Happy Monday. The title today is Monday Blues. And it's funny because most people associate the blues with sad, being down on your luck. But really, the blues isn't that. The blues usually has a punchline. The blues is it's a jacked up situation that you find the silver lining and you find a joke to make about it. There's a redemption there. It's a high energy, as a matter of fact. Even a slow blues is a high energy. And that's what I got today. People are silly about Mondays, or at least my perception of people is silly about Mondays. Working in the restaurant, Monday's a pretty busy day for me. My store is pretty busy on Mondays too. So it's not like it's a slow day per se, but there's a lot of places that just don't open on Mondays at a certain like mom and pop shop, small business level. Some people just don't even open, or they run small hours, or just exist only to get rid of their excess product from the weekend. But for me, administratively, on a manager level, there's a bunch of stuff to be done. So it keeps me going, and I don't dislike Mondays. A lot of customers come in and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? How are you? Oh, it's a Monday, right? With that Eeyore voice. Man, there's a lot of people generally that have that Eeyore voice. Oh, I'm just breathing. Living the dream. And that bugs me because I have that in me. I think we all have that in us at some level. I think it's incumbent on us to fight that voice and to not exist with your tail between your legs. But that's just me. And it's, got up this morning, took my walk. Beautiful morning out here. The landscapers are all out here. Bunch of people getting work done on their house. I mean, shit, I think I got a guy. I think my landlord has a guy coming to do some work on my house, as a matter of fact. But the weekend's over, and now we get back to it. Man. Monday is International Chest Day. So I'm certainly going to go do some bench presses. Look forward to that and get busy. Get busy to it, man. But this will be a short one. I went really long yesterday. Yesterday was a 20-minute little spiel. But it's all good, man. Just happy to get up, do my tasks, and get to it. But it's, as I've said before, Monday to me it's a new opportunity to color a new weekend. It's a fresh start, a brand empty coloring book. Let's color it well. Let's get after it. Get the motherfucking shit done right. But it all starts with attitude. If your attitude is, man, I don't want to work on a Monday. I'm so sad the weekend's over. Back to the grindstone. True indeed. And there, unless you're in a position where you can do something about that and change that, no point in approaching it with that energy. I forget who it was. I was listening to someone on YouTube, some kind of channel, just another pod. Everyone's got a podcast, another podcaster out there. Yeah, I forget what channel, so I can't share love, but something this guy said was just to have the attitude of being just be a dumb dog. Just be a happy dog, just don't think too much about it. Don't stress everything. Don't come in moody. Just come in and just be stoked to be there. And that's an attitude thing. Something I'm constantly working on. Many times in my life, I'm like, dude, it's a motherfucking Monday. Fuck this shit. I don't feel like going and dealing with these idiots. Rah, 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 rah. Setting a bad tempo, setting a bad precedent, setting a bad example for myself, with myself, to just Live like that. Because then Monday's like that. Yeah, Tuesday's not much better, is it? How about Wednesday? And now we're in the almost Friday territory where you become that kind of person that a lot of people in the self-development world or business world talk about, where it's like you're living for the weekend. And then you just stay in a cycle where you're really up and excited and happy about your weekends and then miserable and fucked up and agitated the rest of the week. I have a natural agitated disposition as it is. I don't need to exacerbate my Mondays. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? Just getting out here and talking with the people before I go about my business. In my readings today, there was something I liked from Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, like I was talking about the other day. The basic idea is that assume that everyone out there is enlightened and you're the fool. Again, being behind the burger shop counter on a Monday when people come in, oh, it's a Monday. I get lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mayo. You guys have cheese, right? For me, from my perspective, it's real easy for me to just look at these people with disdain, and that makes me a bad server for all sakes and purposes. I don't want, if I have a fucked up attitude about it, looking down at this person, making them just a transaction. Now I'm just not doing a good job. Now I'm just straddling the territory of being a fucking straight up asshole, let alone coloring my work with that disposition as well. So I enjoyed it. I thought that was a good thing to read this morning. Assume that it's something Jordan Peterson once time said too. Assume everyone out there has something to teach you. Assume they're enlightened and you don't know anything and they're here to teach you something. Maybe they're here to teach you patience. Maybe they're here to teach you not to be judgmental. Maybe they're here to teach you to just be a little extra compassionate. Decenter yourself so you're not the center of all of it, and live and exist and be present. I thought that was kind of interesting. Kind of mirrored what the Daily Stoics reading was today too, which was to assume, like, imagine things from a bird's eye aerial point of view, where it don't really matter if you're super high up there, it don't really matter how big your house is, how much money you got. And this is like poor people coping. There's that too, like there is that element of the unsuccessful and unambitious and the lackadaisical and the mediocre. Often, well, it doesn't matter how rich you are. Who cares about your big house? Who cares about your nice car? If it's coming from a place of resentment, that's a little different from coming from an objective, big picture thing where it's like, yo, we're all people. We're all in this together. To some extent, we're all sharing this time on the earth together. Think of things adjust your aperture, adjust your perspective. It's not so damn serious, every little tiny thing. And those little tiny things become, the 1,000 cuts that kill motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I thought they kind of had an interwoven theme in my readings today. Think of it from 1,000-point view and assume everyone else out there is wiser than you are. It might change how you go about your day. So my job today, as I was thinking, combine those two ideas, 1,000-foot view, assume everyone out there has something to teach me, be a dumb dog, happy to just go about my business. If I'm lucky, I'll get a nice little scratch behind the ears. You know what I'm saying? So that's my Monday. That's my Monday morning thing. Let's go to Mr. Norman Peele. Positive thinking every day. What are we going to think positively about today? It is a Monday. I'm going to listen to some blues. Keep that tempo going. Get that shuffle beat going. You know what I'm saying? June 2nd. When you think you are down for good, simply start affirming this. What an advantage to have hit bottom. The bottom is as far down as I can go. The only direction from here is up, and up I am going. Up we go, baby. Upwards and motherfucking onwards. Good morning, B. Hannas. I'm Nicky B. Hannas. Music, heavy blues metal. NickyBHannas.com, NickyBHannas.bandcamp.com, Nicky B. Hannas on all streaming services. Thanks for being here. Happy Monday. Thanks for sharing my morning with me on the BS with B. Hannas YouTube channel /podcast. Available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Anyway, we out this motherfucker. Time to go lift. Peace. Keep it real. That's my song, Ain't I a Man? Just asking questions out here.